January 2023 sales update video, and there are 3 parts. First, what I sold, how much I paid, and the profit. Then some numbers that I track. And I'll finish up with highlights of items I found and are listed, with a little bit of information that might help you with your eBay business. The link to my eBay store is below the video if you would like to follow along as I add new items throughout the month, and you could also watch what sells. Okay, this was me and a lot of you during January. But we have to try not to dwell on slow sales. And I know it's difficult. But during slow times, I encourage you to check your traffic reports that are under the Performance tab in your Seller Hub. You can see that your listings are being seen in search. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't see every day. So if you are solely focused on sales, that could be frustrating and disappointing because you feel like despite all your best efforts and all your hard work, nothing is happening. If you hover over a specific day on these reports, you can see all the behind the scenes numbers. Impressions are when your item appears in search. So if you're thinking, hey, is anyone even seeing my listings? This will tell you. You can also look at page views, both organic and promoted. Organic just means a buyer landed on your listing by searching for it through eBay. And you can also see your sold items. So when you are in doubt and feeling frustrated or disappointed, look at these reports and understand that your listings are being seen. And here's a look at how erratic January was for me. This report is also under the Performance tab. That black line is comparing sales to the previous month. So you can see I had a few days with no sales, and then some really big days. I have found it more helpful to compare sales month to month rather than a daily sales goal because you just can't control that. I know a lot of resellers out there talk about their daily sales, but sometimes it's just zero and there's nothing you can do. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I have to remind myself of this too, because I am just as frustrated and disappointed as you are when nothing is happening on eBay. But remember this concept. Things are happening that you cannot see. And don't compare yourself to other sellers. Everyone's business is different, and sales always come back. So that being said, let's look at some things that I sold. This is a Tervis tumbler with a firefighter motif. I paid $1.50 for this, took an offer of $20, and profit was $16.33. This was a fun Pearl Izumi women's cycling jersey. The logo there is Rocket Girl. I paid $3.56, took an offer of $23, profit was $17.21. I sold quite a few swimsuits in January, so here we have the proof in the pudding, because I say that all year. Swimwear sells in January if you have it listed. This is a Maxine of Hollywood size 24 women's swimsuit. I paid $5.29 for this, took an offer of $26, Profit was $17.52. This is a Land's End swimsuit with a princess skirt and a fun halter style neckline. I paid $4.49 for this, took an offer of $29. Profit was $20.22. This is a Josephine Wall 1,000 piece puzzle. I paid $1.50 for this, took an offer of $25. Profit was $21.03. And if you don't know about Josephine Wall, that's a lesson I have in the premium library. She is a fantasy artist and has done different collaborations. Some of her items can sell for over $100. So check out that lesson if you aren't familiar with her work. Okay, next up is Grumpy Cat. This was a puppet. I paid $3.28 for her. Grumpy Cat was a girl. It sold for $28. Profit was $21.84. And I received a nice note on this purchase. It went to, I think, an animal shelter or humane society, some type of animal organization that does puppet shows to raise money for their organization. So that was a fun rehoming of Grumpy Cat. She will be used in puppet shows. This is an Ann Cole swimsuit, size 2X. I paid $4.69. Took an offer of $27. Profit was $22.12. This is a Daytimer 7-ring leather planner. I paid $1.18 for this. Took an offer of $28. Profit was $23.67. These are Ted Baker eyeglasses frames. I paid $5.60. Took an offer, no, this sold for full price of $32.97. Profit was $24.19. Here's another swimsuit. The brand is Longitude. I paid $3.75 for this. It sold for $32 within just a few hours of listing it. Profit was $24.82. Another pair of eyeglasses frames. The brand is Luxottica. I paid $1.50 for these. They sold for full price of $32.97. Profit was $27.91. Now, pre-owned eyeglasses are an overlooked item out in the wild. A lot of sellers don't fool with them because they don't wear glasses and may be intimidated because they feel like they don't understand the product. So in case you are not aware, buyers remove the prescription lenses and replace them with their own. People get attached to a certain style or might even be buying them for theater, drama club, or cosplay to dress up like a certain character, like Napoleon Dynamite and his double bridge aviator glasses. I've sold this style several times. And in case you didn't know, there is an eyeglasses course in the premium library, an hour and a half of lessons. You can see here what the lessons are about. If you are not already a member, you can take this course for free with the coupon code below the video, and that coupon will give you access to all 570 videos in the library and the unlimited email support directly with me. So check out this course and learn what you have been passing over. Eyeglasses are easy to source, photograph, and ship. And a bonus, I've never had a pair returned, so a very low or zero return rate, something I am always looking for when sourcing products. Is this going to be returned? Okay, moving on to this pair of Founds vintage suede gloves. I paid $1.30 for these. They sold for full price of $32.97. Profit was $28.54. Here's something a lot of people don't even know what it is. The brand is called Mental Gear, and they're these crazy hats. Snowboarders love them, skateboarders love them. Um, they're just a cool item. And sometimes they can be mixed in with the plush because they kind of look like that. But I found a few of these in my eBay career. This one I paid 75 cents for. Took an offer of $33 after just a couple of days. Profit was $28.54. This is a Vineyard Vines University of Georgia pullover sweatshirt. I paid $6.35 for this, sold it for $40. Profit was $30.54, but unfortunately it was returned, so it is back in my store. And my gut feeling is this sold right after Georgia won the national championship. It was purchased the week before the parade and went to an address that was close to Athens, Georgia, and then magically it was returned the next week. That's fine. I can sell it again. University of Georgia are still national champions. Somebody's going to want this. But I just looked at the timing on that and thought, I wonder if they went to the parade and wore this and just returned it. But when you have a 30-day return policy on your items, you have to honor that. And like I said, I will sell it again. Okay, this is a 1983 Pookie bear. Pookie was Garfield's sidekick. He was a little guy, just 8 inches. I paid $1.18 for him. Took an offer of $40. Profit was $34.23. And here we have a Ferrari hat. It was autographed. I did quite a bit of research to find out who these autographs belong to, but I couldn't come up with anything, so I just threw it out there the way it was. I paid $1 for this. It sold for $45. Profit was $36.59. This is a Renee of Paris wig. The color was Spring Honey, and it was cut in a bob style with curtain bangs. Lots of fun keywords. I paid $20 for this about a year and a half ago at an off the beaten path thrift store, and they had about 50 wigs in there. So I picked out some of the ones in the best condition. So these took a little while to sell. Anyway, $20. It sold for $100.56. Profit was $67.69. This is another product I look for now because very lightweight, easy to ship, don't take up much room at all to store. So one of those perfect items for my business model. Okay, this is a lot of 3 Neutrogena Triple Moisture Conditioners. I paid $10.50 for this lot of 3. Took an offer of $100 plus free shipping. Profit was $68.19. And you may recognize this from page 45 of the 2022 BOLO book. This line, Triple Moisture, has been discontinued, so people are looking for it and they are paying up for it. Okay, and the last item is this double wedding ring quilt. I paid $6 for this. Took an offer of $150. Profit was $127.20, and this actually had a couple of stains on it that I could not get out, but didn't matter. It sold anyway. Okay, moving on to the numbers. I sold 37 items in January. Yikes. In December, I sold 54 items, so definitely a contrast there between how much sold between December's numbers and January's numbers. I currently have 470 items in my store. I've been working very hard, listing, getting that number up. In December, I had 425 items. So you can see there, my efforts are paying off, getting more items in my store. Inventory cost for those items in January, $212.64. And would you believe my inventory cost in December was 1 penny more than in January? So at least I'm consistent on that. Okay, profit per item in January, $24.23. I am happy with that. In December, it was $27.23. Okay, back to the chart I'm keeping. You can see there that I listed a total of 251 items in January. 165 of those were ended and restarted, so items I already had. But I added 86 new items, which was quite an increase from December, 26% more than I listed in December. So I encourage you to keep these kinds of numbers, track what you're doing so that you can see, yeah, I did well. I kept up. Because numbers don't lie. And then you can make some goals and try to reach those, or just see how much you can do. I'm just a numbers person, and numbers motivate me. So if you're like that, this is just a Excel spreadsheet. Every day when I'm finished listing or ending and restarting, I add up the numbers. So I'm constantly keeping this chart and tracking my numbers, and that kind of helps me hold myself accountable. Like, oh no, I haven't listed anything in 2 days. I better get on that. So just throwing that idea out there if that helps you. Okay, now we're going to move on to items I purchased and have listed. So after Christmas, you're going to start seeing Christmas clothing as people donate, give away, are sick of their items, whatever. So this year I'm going to do a little experiment and buy these kinds of clothing items when they're cheap. This one was $5.75, a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I thought this sweater vest was actually kind of tasteful. It's not terribly ugly, but I just want to see if I have a stockpile of these types of items, how that's going to work at the end of the year when Christmas rolls around again, because as we know, it always lands on December 25th. So I priced this at $29.97, which I think is fair. And this Christmas sweater was $1. So that's more what I'm looking for to stockpile Christmas items. And this one's not too ugly either. It's kind of fun and festive and whimsical. So I have that priced at $34.97. Okay, I finally found a pair of Allbirds. You might recognize these from page 138 of the 2022 BOLO book. These shoes are trendy and popular. These were $3.25. I have them priced at $49.97. I also found a pair of fun Liberty Fabrics old school Vans sneakers. These were $6.50 and they're in really good condition. I have these priced at $59.97. And I know I go back and forth on shoes. Do I want to sell shoes? Do I not want to sell shoes? I just keep vacillating on that, but if the profit's right, I will do it. I just don't want 200 pairs of shoes in my home. I'm just very picky about it. Okay, this is a vintage wool skiing hat with ear flaps. This was $4 and I have it priced at $79.97. This is a large flamingo plush. 25 cents at Goodwill. They had a plush sale that day. I priced her at $49.97. This is an IKEA teddy bear. He was 25 cents. I have him priced at $39.97. This is a vintage 1976 Dakin koala bear, and he's little, only 8 inches tall. He was 50 cents. I have him priced at $39.97. And this is a fun household item, a mid-century modern wooden pepper mill grinder with beautiful wood grain. This was $2.50, and I have it priced at $32.97. And here is another BOLO. I found a bunch of them this month. This is on page 104 of the 2022 BOLO book, Gymboree blankets. And you can really tell when you have one because they're thick and they're 100% cotton. They don't make them anymore. The tag says made in Hong Kong, so that is your clue that it's vintage. So I found this one for $2. It's not one of the more highly sought after ones, but has sold for $69 in the past, so that's what I priced it at. And finally, the last item I found, a pair of gigantic granny panties. These are a size 10, but really they look way bigger than that. They are vintage Sears granny panties with the pillow tab and the mushroom gusset. If you don't know what all that is, I have a lesson about vintage panties in the premium library, so you can go learn all those key words and features that indicate these types of panties are vintage. And these were brand new. They were $1, and I have them priced at $69.97. A couple months ago, I sold a pair of red granny panties for $60. So that price is in line with comps. Okay, that is my report. I hope you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next week with the $100 supersize sales video. Make it a great day on eBay. Bye, everybody.